Hello everybody, this is Excalibur of Excalibur Zone Gaming, and welcome to another What's the Combo for Magic the Gathering. And this time we're going to be looking at a couple of things that deal with the Sun Titan, and this is going to be a Boros kind of deck. So pow, here we go. Let's go ahead and get these out. We're going to be looking at the Sun Titan and how he interacts with the board. We have Aurelia the Sun Leader, Phyrexian Altar, Ashnod's Altar, Angelic Renewal, and Goblin Bombardment, and Fiend Hunter. So these are the different things that we're going to be working with together, because this is one of the fun things here. We are going to be doing some infinite combat steps and some infinite damage. Now, the infinite damage one we'll do first. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. What happens is we go ahead and we have Sun Titan on the board, and people are sort of like crapping their pants and all that, because whenever he attacks, whenever he enters the battlefield, whenever he attacks, you can return target permanent card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. We should also have Goblin Bombardment in play, which sacrifice a creature to deal 1 damage to target creature or player. So, what do? We cast Fiend Hunter and we target the Sun Titan. So Fiend Hunter, when it enters the battlefield, I may exile another target creature, Sun Titan. And when Fiend Hunter leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So now, current state is Sun Titan is exiled by Fiend Hunter. Goblin Bombardment is in play, so we go ahead and sacrifice Fiend Hunter to Goblin Bombardment. He goes into the graveyard. Sun Titan comes back into play. Since he was exiled, he comes back as a new copy. That doesn't really affect what he does, but the fact that he's coming back on the board is what is the key. So he comes back in, and we look for converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. We have Fiend Hunter. So he comes back into play, targeting Sun Titan. And we sacrifice Fiend Hunter to Goblin Bombardment again. Boom. We do 1 point of damage to an opponent, and Sun Titan pulls Fiend Hunter back in. We do it again. Boom, 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 over and over and over again, for infinite damage, because the Fiend Hunter and Sun Titan work together in that fashion. The Goblin Bombardment is just awesome. You could have Warstorm Surge out in play. You could have anything that does damage when you enter. If you had Giselle out in play, then be doing 2 damage every time it did. Warstorm Surge would be doing 12, 13, 14 with Giselle in play, or at least 7 with just Warstorm Surge. So that's one way you can wipe the table. You get these 3 cards. As soon as Goblin Bombardment hits, people are going to start smacking you, because they know that Fiend Hunter's coming out. And if you've got Sun Titan already on the board, that means that you should already have the 2 white and at least 4 red. Well, at least 1 red. So you'll have the 2 white and the 1 red, and then it doesn't matter what colors the others are. So that's the combo for that. We'll put these down here. The other part of Sun Titan, there are a lot of combos that you can do with Sun Titan. We're just going over these 2. So you have Aurelia the War Leader in play, and you have Sun Titan in play. And Angelic Renewal gets put into play. Hey, now this is the cool thing. Why is this cool? Well, this is cool because Aurelia, Sun Titan, they are declared to attack. And then you've also got to have Ashnod's Altar or Phyrexian Altar in play, one or the others. So Angelic Revival is going to be in play. So these 2 attack. And then, because of Aurelia's ability, whenever Aurelia the War Leader attacks for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. So you're going to attack, and everybody untaps. And then you sacrifice her to Angelic Revival. You sacrifice her to Ashnod's Altar. So there she goes. Or to one of these guys. She goes to the graveyard. Angelic Renewal says, if any creatures are put into your graveyard from the play, you may bury Angelic Renewal and put one of those creatures into play. So Angelic Renewal goes to the graveyard. Aurelia, the War Leader, comes back. You're on your fresh combat step, and this is a new copy of Aurelia. So, because she was sent to the graveyard and then brought back. It's the same thing as exiling. It's a new copy. Her state is she has never attacked before. So this combat step, you have Aurelia attack and the Sun Titan attack, and because whenever he attacks, you can pull out any card with converted mana cost 3 or less. Angelic Renewal is 2, so you bring that back out, and Sun Titan and Aurelia do their damage. You sacrifice Aurelia to one of these. And by the way, this is so much fun. If somebody kills that, you can bring that back if you want to instead of this and get another one off. But you sacrifice Aurelia, the War Leader, to the graveyard, and then you sacrifice your Angelic Renewal and put Aurelia back out. It is a new combat step. These guys attack. Sun Titan brings this back onto play, and as you can see, you get unlimited attack steps. Because this is going to keep going and going and going in that order, so long as these sacrifice outlets are available, one of them at least, or another type of thing. So if you have any way, like even Goblin Bombardment, oh, that would work too. So when you sacrifice Aurelia to Goblin Bombardment, do 1 point of damage, and then boom, she goes out. This comes into the graveyard, she comes up, guys attack, and then this comes back out. And so on and so forth, so on and so forth, over and over and over, infinitum ad nauseum. And it also works with Fiend Hunter. How, you might ask? Well, you cast Fiend Hunter. Well, you can't really do it because you need instant speed. So if you had instant speed to do it, like you had a, let's see here. I think it's a Vidalcan Orrery. Yep, right there. Let's go ahead and put that up in the cards. And then we'll minimize, and go back to graphics. So here's the Vidalcan Orrery. You may cast non-land cards as though they had flash. If this is in play, you can cast Fiend Hunter to target Aurelia before the next combat step starts, which you can then sacrifice Fiend Hunter and bring Aurelia back, and when she attacks, boom, there you go. And you can keep doing that because as soon as Sun Titan attacks, you bring Fiend Hunter back, targeting Aurelia, and then sacrifice Fiend Hunter to Goblin Bombardment, attack with a new attack step, so on and so forth. So these all work in really good synergy with each other to create very, very nasty combos. Now, if you had things like Gisela or any type of damage doublers, then you're looking at a lot of damage being dished out, and this is red-white. So you have things like Warstorm Surge and, what's the other one that I was just thinking of? Unnecessary Violence, is that right? Let's see here. Nope, not Unnecessary Violence. I forget what it is. But it actually doubles damage. And there's a couple other things like Perforos. No. It is the Dictate of the Twin Gods right here. And we'll just show the card. We don't need to put it up with everything else. The Dictate of the Twin Gods. If a sorcerer deals damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. So you could get that out and then dish out double damage. And there's just a whole bunch of stuff that you could do to increase your damage output and kill people faster. So that is the combo. Sun Titan allows a lot of shenanigans to go on, especially when you have cards like Angelic Renewal and Fiend Hunter to play with that allow you to bring things back from your graveyard or put them into the graveyard or anything else. If you have a sacrifice outlet in Sun Titan, when you attack, you can bring whatever went into the garbage out. Another thing, you could have Splinter Twin. Let's go ahead and take a look at Splinter Twin. I was thinking about this the other day, and we'll bring that up It's a really cool card. It costs 4, but so Sun Titan can't bring it back. But you can. This is a really good thing to use when you can untap things and put Splinter Twin on Gisela or something like that to make a copy of her, and then every time she comes into play, every time the token comes into play, you destroy the token. Wow, that's weird. I think I found a glitch. We now have 2 Sun Titans somehow magically. Cards. I only see 1 Sun Titan. Graphics. There's still 2 there. So, hey guys who made the magic assistant, there was a glitch there. Somehow I created 2 Sun Titans by dragging stuff around. So if there's ways to untap creatures and stuff like that, you can do massive amounts of damage, and you can bring them back with Sun Titan. If you have 2 Sun Titans out in play, then that's even scarier. But there's very few clone mechanics, unless you can somehow use active treason to steal somebody else's Sun Titan, or their clone, or something like that. So there you have it. A Sun Titan enabled combo, or 2 combos, 1 for infinite damage, 1 for infinite attacks. If you're putting a Boros deck together, those are something to look forward to. By the way, Vidalcan Orrery, if you can find it, it is very good to put in any deck. It's an artifact that lets you turn all your stuff into flash, and it's something that you need in an EDH deck. Especially when you have a lot of sorceries or creatures that you want to put out, and you just never have the chance to do it off turn. So I would suggest making that a staple, just like Sensei's Divining Top or Soul Ring. Well, until next time, enjoy playing games. Enjoy playing Magic the Gathering, especially the Commander variant. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. The more you like, the more I know what you like, and the more I can put out of that content. If you favorite and subscribe, then that just makes me happy, and I can also see what you really liked. And I can also see what videos you liked the most in terms of my presentation and stuff like that. If you could please visit www.patreon.com/ExcaliburZone and become a patron for as little as $1 a month. That's less than the cost of a soda here in the United States. $1 a month. And that'll not only help me out a lot, it'll help out a bunch of other people, because 1/2 of all my net proceeds go to charity. So that $1 a month is spread out quite a bit to everybody. As always, this is Excalibur, and I am out.